Hello, welcome back. This is the Curio Stitches podcast. My name's Ellie and I'm coming to you from the southwest of England in Exeter. And this podcast is about knitting, crafting, and more recently I have included my reading. Because reading is a big part of my life, always has been. So, today I am showing you, sorry, there's a lorry going past. I am showing you finished object, whip, future plans, books, etc. and some spinning. So let's get on. Okay, so first things first, I have finished my first pair of socks for the hashtag I love books and knitting socks. Cal 24, hosted by Denise. Aren't these amazing? So these ones, it was from 5 Moons on her Stellina sock base. They used 66.25 grams and I have 33.75 grams left. So I've got 135 meters left. So these took 265 meters approximately, because I forgot to weigh the cake of yarn before I started. So give or take a meter, gram, 4 meters. So yes, so here they are. And these I tied into this one, which on camera looks really stark and different, but if you go in, you can see it's got the orangey reds in this section, and then in the cover it's got the blues and teals, which is here and here, and it's got the yellow for the gold. I'm still only that far through the book, so I pulled a second ball, which also goes quite nicely. It's got all the colours in here, even more so than in the other one. So this one is Vintage Tinsel and it's a signature sparkly sock. So this is one of their Christmas yarns. So this is going to be the next pair that I knit for this book. So this pair is going to be for Abby. That pair is for me. Okay, so the Cal is 2 months long and I have pulled out the books I'm currently reading and the next books that I will be reading. So I'm also currently reading Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulian Tan. I'm not very far into this. I'm a couple of chapters. So I pulled out this one to go with it, which is a hobby Halloween sock wool. It's colour 5. So as you can see, it's got the nice peach and the blue. So I thought that was quite nice. And then the purpley, so it goes with the dark blue. And then the next book that I'm also currently reading is A Court of Silver Flames. I'm very, very precious about spines. You will not see any cracks in the spines of my book. I'd say I've got about 150 pages left of this one now. So this one I'm using, Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas. If you don't know who Sarah J Maas is, I'm sorry. Amazing, amazing. The one thing I will say about Sarah J Maas in The Court of Thorns and Roses is, as a lesbian woman, there is far too much sex. I'd say 20% of the series is filth, and a little bit here and there, fine, but bordering on soft porn, definitely. So if you're not into raunch, give these a miss. However, if you can tolerate it, like I am, give it a read for the rest of the stories. But I'm using this. Now, I started these socks for Halloween and I'd done the toe. So since then, I am now, let's put this down. This week, I have finished the foot, done a short row heel, and sorry, I had an alarm going off. As I was saying, I've done the foot, the heel, and I've just started going up the leg. And for this particular cover edition, this is just couldn't have tied it in any better. So yeah, this is, it was in the papaya colorway. It's an acrylic sock yarn, and I wanted to try acrylic socks just because, why not? I've never knitted socks with acrylic yarn before. So yeah, so that is those ones. And then the final book that I'm reading, I only started a little bit, as you can see. And it's such a suck you in. I was like, no, I need to finish at least 2 of the books I'm currently reading before, because there's so many details. I want to be able to enjoy it. So I'm not a blue person, so I just went with yellow. So this is one of my hand dyed. So this is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, and this is the yarn I'm using for this one. So that will come when I get to reading this. So hopefully in a couple of weeks I should be able to start that one. And then I have 2 more books that I want to try and read for the CAL. The first is God Killer by Hannah Canna. I have the second one, Sunbringer. So this one I found this one in my stash. Now this is my hand dyed. And I thought it's so beautiful, and it's not, you can't really see, there you go, that's more luxury, it's blowing out. It's got the richness to it. Now this one I dyed on merino cashmere nylon, sorry, on my face stroker, it helps. But I didn't want to have the green. Now this is one of the sprayed edge paperbacks. I didn't want to have any green in it, but I figured that's nice. So that will also be socks. That'll be some nice soft socks. And then the final book that I'm going to be starting is the first book of the Throne of Glass series, The Assassin's Blade, also by Sarah J Maas. I have all her books because, yes, I love it. And I've also got some on my Audible account as well. And so I pulled these 3 to go with it. So this one is in between, this one is the darker colour, and then this one is the lighter colour, and it's just perfect. So these are going to be for Abby. So the first one is, it's called Echoes, and it's a very old stash, Sarah's Texture Craft Sparkly Mini. And then these 2 are from my advent calendar that I did last Christmas, not the one just been, because I didn't have a yarn one. I got this in the year before. So there's 60 grams there. So I will be doing some careful colour management, and they will look similar to the other pair that I'm knitting for. Let me just grab them in my basket. So this is the other pair that I'm knitting for Abby. So what I will be doing is striping these 2, and then the heel and toe will be the sparkly. So that is my sock plans for for the cow. So I'm going to clear all this and then come back. Hi. Right. So while we're on the topic of books, I will be doing some more because I have got my 10 books that I have got since I last recorded. I do have a couple more books on my chest table, but they're gardening books. Although I'm going to be reading them, I don't class them as fiction. So let's get my stack of books. Okay, so first, V.E. Schwab, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I can't wait to start reading this. It's just amazing, and I feel like I've read it before, even though it was only published in 2020. But it is very similar in storyline or whatever to Adeline. So if you've seen the film Adeline and you loved that, read this. Okay, number 2, Bridget Kemmerer, Forging Silver into Stars. Another magic-y fantasy book. Bridget Kemmerer, amazing author. Another Bridget Kemmerer, A Vow So Bold and Deadly. So I haven't read more than the synopsis on this one. I haven't watched many videos about this one. This one I want to be more of a surprise, but I know I'll enjoy it because I love her style of writing. So there we go. And paperback with a hollow edge. Amazing. Right, this one I got purely because of the author, Jessie Burton. I've read a couple of her other books. The last one I read of hers was The Confession, which was amazing, as in I was up till 2 in the morning reading. I couldn't put it down. So this one is The Muse. Beautiful cover. I know very little about it, apart from the fact that it begins in the 60s and then there's part in the 30s. So yes, so excited. I mean, I know a bit more than that about it, otherwise I wouldn't have got it, but I can't wait. I love Jessie Burton's writing style. You just get lost in it. Highly recommend. Okay, and then the next 2 are by Leigh Bardugo. Now I have trying to read them backwards through the camera. 6 of Crows and A Crooked Kingdom. And then I read on my Kindle the one that was on the Netflix series Shadow and Bone. Brilliant. So now I've got King of Scars and Rule of Wolves. Now the thing I love about these are they are set in the same universe but following different characters. So you learn more about why the characters are like they are, their history, their lives, etc. And so excited to read these. These are going to be a cozy comfort type read. If you're a bookie person, a reader, I'm sure you have books like that where you cozy up with the book. These are those books. And then yesterday, I had I'm missing a book. Hold on. Okay, so they had Fate Inked in Blood, the special edition, and oh, so pretty, so pretty. So I bought this one. It sucked me in. So when I have actually started this book, I will tell you more details. Yeah, there's been a lot of hype about this on the internet, and a couple of friends I know have also started reading it. So I went in for this one, and this one, but they didn't have, there was meant to be a special edition on the shelf, and there were 2 in stock. Did a stock check beforehand, and they couldn't find them. And then they had an issue with them being delivered or something. So Waterstones have a like a click and collect system, and so they let you know when it's come in. So this was the other one that is beautiful, Crimson Moth by Kristen Ciccarelli. Yeah, witchy, witch hunter versus witch, tries to seduce witch hunter, rescuing other witches, etc. Phenomenal. So then, because I had to go back for that one, I got this special copy of V. Schwab's Our Dark Duet. I love V. Schwab writing. It's another one of the authors that I plan to collect, because the writing is just amazing. And then this one, Meet Me at the Surface by Jodie Matthews. This is set very close to where I live, like 20 minutes drive from where I live. So this was instantly I need to read this. A haunting ode to Cornish folklore and the secrets of the places we call home. It's just a regular one, but look at that dragon. Water dragon. It's lovely, isn't it? This is probably going to be a day-and-a-half read. I'm absolutely fascinated with local stuff, so it's fiction. I'm going to love it. And then finally, Fathom Folk by Eliza Chan. This one, I have been waiting for it to come out for ages. I am so looking forward to reading this. It's basically about society that's split between those that live above water and those that live below water. There's merfolk, there's sirens, there's humans, there's interbred people, and it's about how those that live above water see themselves as better than those that live below water, etc., etc. It's subtly political, less than subtle, I suppose, about you know, how one race of people is looked down upon by another race of people. But I'm so excited to read it. It's what I'd class as heavy whimsical fantasy. So if that's your sort of thing, give this one a go as well. Okay, so that's it for the books. So I will put these off to the side and then come back for some knitting. Hello. So I was just recording my plans for what I want to make over the next year or so, or my knitting wishes, as I like to call them. Now, I don't have knitting goals, I don't have aims, I have knitting wishes. But what I've decided to do is, because there's so much, I mean, there's all of these patterns, I think there's at least 20. I'll be doing that as a separate video instead. So for now, I'm going to talk about the pattern that I bought this morning. Excuse me. Which is another pattern that I have from Zanette Knits, or Shanette. And this one is the Yoke Meditation Series number 4. Now I did the the timer on Instagram so I could buy this, because it was instantly I need this jumper in my life. It is so beautiful. I didn't print off the whole pattern. I didn't want to print off 5 full-page photos. I think that's too much in a pattern. Okay, if it was like a 1 page with 4 photos, fine. But this pattern, the colours, the design, the fit, it's perfection. Well done, Jeanette. And because I love it so much, I was looking at my stash and nothing I had was worthy enough, if that makes any sense. This to me is going to be a jumper that I will wear for the rest of my life and then hand down to Neve or Kira. It's not the style that Kim would wear, so plus she's so much smaller than I am. So I'm going to knit this as an heirloom jumper, and with that in mind, I am going to be spinning it. I'm going to be spinning all the yarn for it. So the first yarn that I'll be spinning is, given my de-stash, like I said, I've got rid of half my yarn, 3/4 of my fibre, some of which I've rehomed with friends, some of which I just took out the pieces that I liked and got rid of the rest. So this is a combination of 4 different braids from Into the World, because I used to be part of her Into the World club, the fibre club. I started off with just the merino blend, and then I went in and I had the luxe blend as well for a while. Sorry, I had a momentary freeze. So I pulled out all the sort of rich autumn colours, and I have approximately 150 grams here, between 150 and 160 grams of various wool-based blends. There might be a touch of silk in it, but if there is, it's maximum 10%, so it'll probably end up being about 2% of the final spin. So this will be my contrast colour, or one of the contrast colours. So she says the contrast colour is this, and it was instantly it needs to be this. I looked down, I saw it, and I was like, yes. And then the lighter colour, as you know, I started prepping and spinning my fleece that I got from Carrie of Sammy, who's her Corridel Fin Cross, this lovely little one here. And as I've been prepping it, I have been splitting it between the darker colours and the lighter colours. So I will be using the lighter colours along with these, and I think that is just going to be perfect. However, this is going to be a long-term project. This is something I'm going to be working on over this year. So in order to be able to do that, I need to clear off some bobbins. Now, all the bobbins that I have for my Kiwi 2, my Ashford Kiwi 2, are either full or are still with projects on. So I've still got some Advent fibre on there, which just needs plying off. And then I've got 1 bobbin, but I need the 4 bobbins that I have. I don't want to have to buy more bobbins. So one of the projects that I have on bobbins is this one. And this is some Hilltop Cloud and Samhain colourway. Now, it's not really my sort of colours anymore. It is, but I'm not sure I'd wear it unless I use it as a contrast with another colour. So I'm going to spin it, and then if I'm not 100%, yes, I will knit with that. I will do it as a giveaway here on YouTube. And then another one that I've got on the bobbin, I'm over halfway on this one, which is another Into the World. This was an Prance colourway. I'm more likely to use this one, even though I don't like blue. I think there's a time and place for blue in my wardrobe, and I have, other than blue jeans, I think I have 2 items of clothing that have blue on. Blue's a very no colour for me. Not so much to wear, to have in my life. blue is a no. So yeah, I need to finish that one as well. And then the third bobbin that's not yet complete is this beauty. And this was some fibre that I bought many years ago, and it's Polworth, and it was 4.5 ounces, and the colour weight is Temple Girl. Now, it didn't come in this. I stuck this on here, on this Ziploc bag, and I've still got 3 bumps to spin on it, and it was $26 with $5.50 shipping many years ago. Let's see how long ago it was. Let's have a look at the order date. February 9th, 2014. So 10 years. 10 years. 10 years and a month. This one I will wear. Depending how much yardage I get. This may be colour work, or it may just be a plain something. I'm not sure yet. But I do like greys and pinks. But they are what I class as my spring colours or winter colours. Maybe summer, but they're definitely not main rotation colours. So I need to get these 3 projects finished. I hope to get this done in the next couple of weeks. So that by the time I have done some more carding of this, I mean, I'm using my Ashford hand cards, which again I've had 10 years. I bought these because one of the first things that I tried to spin was some raw fleece and Wensleydale locks, and I was just combing them out so that they were opened, and then I was just spinning them in the fold. So I've been using these to make some mini bats. So this is one of them. So just unroll, and that is my mini bat. And what I'm doing is I'm keeping it rolled up like this, and then I'm just pulling from here as I'm spinning. So yes, and it is beautiful. So this is so soft, it's like a cloud. And I haven't got rid of all the lanolin in it because it helps condition my hands. Yes. Beautiful Kerry, beautiful fleece. Well done, Sammy. Thank you for growing it for me. So yeah, those are my fibres that I want to use on this. So with the bits that I pulled off, I'm going to be making these into some mini bats as well, to sort of spread the colours out a bit more. I might make them into roll-outs, I haven't decided yet, but I will be blending it up so that it's more even. There will still be a lot of variegation, but it won't be a block of the darkest colour and then a block of the brightest colour. I want to try and blend it so it's more mild. So that is my plans for that one, for this beauty. But what I'll do as I'm doing it throughout the year, I will be recording steps and things, and then occasionally doing like an update video for this project, because it is it's my dream project. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so that is it for today. It's been a bit jumpy because as I've been recording I've gone so yes, so I will do the separate video for my knitting wish list. I hope you've enjoyed spending some time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.